Hello, my name is Isaac, and this is Tom Rundell.
Yep. We're showing off our winter hats today.
We're showing off our winter hats today, and we hope you enjoy our online Christmas Eve service.
Yeah, welcome to our online Christmas Eve service. We hope you enjoy it. Hey, I had something to show you. Do you want to see it?
Sure.
Today, we're going to kind of celebrate the story that's in this card here. Whoa, did you see that?
Yeah.
And then you open it, and what is that?
Bethlehem.
Yeah, what do you see?
The donkey, the sheep, Mary and Joseph, and angels.
Yeah, there's angels, there's baby Jesus, wise men and shepherds.
Wise men, shepherds.
That's pretty cool, and it all folds up like that in this nice pretty card from a friend. Isn't that neat? Now we'll show our friends out there. That is the story we're going to explore today on our Christmas Eve service.
This is the story. This story we are going to explore more during our Christmas Eve service. So we hope you enjoy our service today, and thank you for joining us.
Yep.
And see you on the other side. Peace.
Sharon's Christmas Prayer by John Shea. She was 5, sure of the facts, and recited them with slow solemnity, convinced every word was revelation. She said, they were so poor, they had only peanut butter and jelly sandwiches to eat. And they went a long way from home without getting lost. The lady rode a donkey, the man walked, and the baby was inside the lady. They had to stay in a stable with an ox and an ass. But 3 rich men found them because a star had lifted the roof. Shepherds came, and you could pet the sheep, but you could not feed them. Then the baby was born. And you know who he was? Her quarter eyes inflated to silver dollars. The baby was God. And she jumped in the air and whirled around and dove into the sofa and buried her head under the cushion, which is the only proper response to the good news of the Incarnation.
Did you see that? Did you see how I used before?
I did see how you did that. Alright, are you ready to light our candles? Alright,
Me.
I'm gonna do the lighting. You're gonna do some of the talking. This is the first candle. The first candle is the candle of
Hope.
and hope reminds us that.
Hope reminds us that everything is not hopeless.
That's right.
That is true.
We light the prophet's candle of hope, and remember how they spoke of the hope of Christ's coming. For it was from the manger at Bethlehem that you came and gave hope to the world. As we light this candle, we are reminded to be alert and to watch for the light of Christ, even in the most unlikely places and people.
Do you remember the second candle?
Peace.
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 Peace. Now joy.
Yeah, peace is the way.
Peace
Peace
is the way.
is the way.
We light the Bethlehem candle of peace and remember Mary and Joseph's journey to Bethlehem to prepare for Christ's coming. As we light this candle, we are reminded to be active and to work for the peace of Christ to take root in our hearts and homes and communities, even in the most unlikely places and people.
There we go.
Peace is the way.
And joy.
Joy
Let no one do this one. Joy
Joy
is.
not
is not a feeling.
Joy is not
a
a feeling.
feeling.
Joy is not a feeling.
We light the shepherd's candle of joy and remember how they heard a message of good news of great joy for all people. As we light this candle, we remember to be active at spreading the message of joy for all people.
The candle of love.
Love is for people. For us.
Yeah,
Mhm.
it is. And God is love.
And God is love.
We light the angel's candle of love and remember the greeting given to Mary. Fear not, favored one. As we light this candle, we are reminded to love others with the same love that Christ loves us.
earth and mercy mild, God and sinners reconciled. Joyful all ye nations rise, join the triumph of the skies. With angelic hosts proclaim, Christ is born in Bethlehem. Hark the herald angels sing, glory to the newborn King. Christ by highest heaven adored, Christ the everlasting Lord. Late in time beholding come, offspring of the Virgin's womb. Veiled in flesh the Godhead seen, till the incarnate deity, pleased as man with men to dwell. Jesus our Emmanuel. Hark the herald angels sing, glory to the newborn King. Hail the heavenborn Prince of Peace. Hail the Son of Righteousness. Light and life to all he brings. Risen within in his wings. While he lays his glory by, born that man no more may die. Born to raise the sons of earth, born to give the second birth. Hark the herald angels sing, glory to the newborn King.
They sought to soar into the skies, those classic gods of high renown. For lofty pride aspires to rise, but you came down. You dropped down from the mountain sheer, forsook the eagle for the dove. The other gods demanded fear, but you gave love. Where chiseled marble seemed to freeze their abstract and perfect form, compassion brought you to your knees. Your blood was warm. They called for blood in sacrifice. Their victims on an altar bled. When no one else could pay the price, you died instead. They towered above our mortal plane, dismissed this restless flesh with scorn, aloof from birth and death and pain. But you were born. Born to these burdens, born by all. Born with us all astride the grave, weak to be with us when we fall, and strong enough to save. Descent by Malcolm Guite.
Joy to the world, the Lord is come. Let earth receive her King. Let every heart prepare him room, and heaven and nature the world with truth and grace, and makes the nations prove the glories of his righteousness, and wonders of his love, and wonders of his love, and wonders, wonders of his love, and wonders, wonders of his love.
Well, Merry Christmas Eve. Thanks for joining us for our Christmas Eve service. You caught me right in the middle of a Christmas craft, and this is something that we do as a family every year. And I want to show you. I got my tape, I got my scissors, and I got some paper. But I wanted to also review the year of 2020. I know what you're thinking, like, why do we got to revisit this? Because there's things to learn, and I think we can learn from them today. So when 2020 opened up, we did not know this was going to be the year that goes down in history to be remembered for all the wrong reasons, right? We didn't know that all the 2020 memes that were going to hit the internet would make us cry and laugh at the same time. When 2020 started, we had a blank canvas of possibility. We had dreams and goals and aspirations in January of 2020 hit, and we thought, wow, I can do anything with this blank canvas of a year. We can do anything, go anywhere. We had plans and dreams and aspirations. And then right around February, we started to hear things of a virus starting to come along and shake things up. And, it got a little bit smaller. Our possibilities got a little smaller. And then come March came around, and we got to hear this word starting with Q called the quarantine. And we were wondering, oh my, things just got smaller. My options of this year are shrinking down and down and down. We had, in April, we had nowhere to go, and we had nobody to see, nothing to do. Things were a little bit scary. Things were a little bit crazy. We weren't sure what to do. We were starting to lose our options of what the year could be. We're gonna have to set that down because I can't use that anymore. And all of a sudden, we've just got a little bit left in April. May started coming, June, July, August, things got a little bit hopeful, right? Oh, looks like the numbers are coming down. Looks like things are going okay. And all of a sudden, fall hits, school starts, numbers surge, hospitals are filling up. And all of a sudden, this year of 2020 that we thought we had endless options and opportunities, all of a sudden has been reduced down to a tiny sliver of what we thought we were going to be able to do with this piece of paper. Now, all of a sudden, we got a little tiny sliver of what we could do and what we could be. And then, we look back on the year and losses are happening. Some people lost their jobs or their businesses. Some people lost finances, savings. Some people lost health, physical and emotional health. Some people lost loved ones, either just because it was the year or because of the virus. And all of a sudden, we started to see that all of this stuff started to cut into our options. Here we are. We got, what the heck is this? What can we even do with that thing, right? All of this scrap paper that we've chopped away, we started off with a grand possibility, right? Now we're left with this little scrap of shred of paper, nothing, not even sure what to do with it, right? But here's the thing that Christmas promises each and every one of us, every year. Hope is on the horizon. We know that this virus doesn't win. It can't win. And as we start to open back up, in the coming year, 2021, as things start to open back up, and we start to open back up with some of the fears that we had and the anxieties that we had, and as we start to open ourselves back up, our hearts back up, open our society back up, we start to notice there's some beauty taking shape here. we start to notice that, that the season of cutting and trimming, while we acknowledge the loss that there was, what remains can sometimes be a very essential. Sometimes the things that were cut were unessentials or busyness. They were pettiness or bickering or a lack of care for our neighbor, a lack of love for one another, a lack of knowing what's really important in our life. Sometimes it takes a season of cutting away, a season of lack to understand that sometimes, while it's really nice to have a piece of paper stuck to the table, while it's really nice to have a big blank canvas of possibility before us, 2021 is starting this way. Sometimes less can be more, less can be beautiful, and less can let the light shine through. We hang these on our windows every year to remind us that help is on the way, but love has already come. And we can let the light shine through the areas that have been trimmed and cut. And I hope this year, as we piece together our lives, as we piece together our communities, as we piece together our relationships and communities and finances and businesses, I hope that we keep the essentials so that when we open back up, we keep the essential and keep the beautiful and let the light shine through. And now on Christmas Eve, we light the redemption candle, or the Christ candle.
Yes.
To remind us.
Christmas, we light the Christ candle to remind us
of the divine nature of Christ, who lived a full human experience so that now we can embrace every facet. Hope overcomes evil, sin, and even death.
That's
Amen.
Right. Amen. Peace, hope, love, joy, Christ. Thumbs up.
O come, and be our God with us. O long-sought withness for a world without. O secret seed, O hidden spring of light, come to us, wisdom, come unspoken name, come root and key and king and holy flame. O quicken, little wick so tightly curled, be folded with us into time and place, unfold for us the mystery of grace, and make a womb of all this wounded world. O heart of heaven, beating in the earth, O tiny hope within our hopelessness, come to be born, to bear us to our birth, to touch a dying world with new-made hands, and make these rags of time our swaddling bands. By Malcolm Guite.
Well, thank you so much for joining us for our Christmas Eve service. We hope you have a Merry, Merry Christmas. If this has helped you in any way, you want to give a year-end gift, there's a link following this video, and you can do that. If you want to like our page and follow us and see what our community is up to, we long to be a community that provides hope, help, and healing for our little town of Langsburg and out into the interwebs and the internets. And we shall see you on Sunday, where we start our Christmastide and Epiphany series called What Now? Have a Merry Christmas, and thank you so much for joining us, and we'll see you in a few days. Peace.